work. So let's draw a picture so you'll understand. Today's market, there is a concept, two concepts is evolving, and I'm hoping you will hear more often. I hope everyone understands that part. One, we are saying called IVR. Start using this word more often. IVR stands for interactive voice response. Interactive. So example, you call doctor office. As soon as you call doctor office is not going to pick up your phone. They will have IVR. What is IVR stands for? Interactive. So it will say, hey, 1 for appointment, 2 for lab, 3 for this. If you call, Walmart, 1 for pharmaceutical, 2 for store, 3 for return, right? So every company started using IVR. Why? It is reduced human or labor, I would say human labor. IVR is simple because 24/7, IVR is very customizable. You don't have to pay money, so cost effective. IVR can work in a different language. Anyone can talk in any language. Like example, if you press Spanish, it will speak in Spanish. If you press the button Germany, it will speak in Germany, which is a lot more benefits. So IVR, we will try to use it. The second words we are going to learn is called IVA. Now, this is interesting. I stands for intelligent. I stands for intelligent. V stands for virtual, and A stands for assistant. Intelligent virtual assistant or advisor. This is going to be our new world. Intelligent. Virtual means no physical. You will be able to talk just like Alexa. Tell me. That's actually some say from IVA. Siri, do this for me. It's IVA. Same thing now, you're going to give a voice activated command. Lights turn on. Everything will happen. Everything you will be talking or your facial reaction, it will understand. Basically, your body language, like example, Tesla is a wonderful car. And I hope those who drive Tesla, while you're driving car, try to use phone. It will beep. Or while you are driving, and if you're seeing left or right, it will beep. What is that? It's IVA, intelligent virtual advisor, which will give you like kind of, I call Einstein guide by side type of thing, kind of Einstein type of advisor at freely available. You don't have to pay a single penny. And this is the world where we are getting. Remember, we use word IVA differently. One, intelligent, virtual advisor, or you can say agent. Intelligent, please understand, intelligent virtual advisor or agent, or you can use a different way. This agent is going to almost perform all kind of human work. So if you ask me this is AI. This AI means whatever human can do that. Please understand, whatever human can do that. These IVA will not only perform that task, but it will perform the task much better with quality. And that's why human job will be almost, I would say, significantly reduced. I don't want to scare you. I don't think 100% job will be eliminated, but data will speak truth. In 6-7 months, you will see that more and more company will use this kind of IVA. This is a beautiful name called agent force. So industry is also using word agent force. So example, if you go for Salesforce, they use word agent force. If you go to AWS, they use agent core. If you think about Microsoft, they use agentic force. These are all IVA. Now you can have one IVA or you can have a bunch of IVA. They collectively perform complex tasks. In these tasks, you can even imagine some of the tasks which human needs hours, I would say days and weeks. This can be done in minutes with proper precision. I can give you hundreds of examples as we go further. So today we're gonna touch the surface. We'll do IVR and IVA. Both exercises super duper interesting. But so far, any question? People on phone, are you excited? Then give me thumbs up. IVR versus IVA. I stands for interactive voice recognition or voice response. IVA stands for intelligent virtual assistant, or you can say advisor or agent. So far so good? Okay. So now, what are we going to do? It's a big lab. I'll be honestly speaking, you're going to learn a lot of technology. So in order to do this exercise, we have a lot more to cover. So first, we have to think about a simple Lex box. So we will have a Lex box. So building block, please relax and enjoy the ride. We will create a Lex box. This Lex box is also considered as a chat box, right? Chat bot. Sometimes we use word bot. Some people confuse with the bot versus agent. Bot is, in my understanding, a simple agent. It's a simple agent. It's a machine driven. It's a program driven. And it does perform only one task. Bot perform only one task. But agent can perform multiple tasks. Agent learn from your data. Bot has no brain. So bot only does mechanical work type of thing. If you ask certain thing, like example 2 plus 2, it will do 4. If you ask 3 plus 3, it will say 6. But it can't learn. Bot does not learn. That is another limitation bot has. But agents can do learning. Very soon, the agents will become smarter than human. And those days are not far. I can give you timeline around 6 months. You will see that agents will do much better than even doctor can do. And that is where the problem will start. Because you will have a question, should I go to doctor or should I go to robot? Because the way this is working. So agents learn through the model, which we call large language model, LLM, which is the brain. LLM, whenever we use LLM, is nothing but whole world informations available to agents, and agent can perform the job based on this information. No one in this room or in the world knows entire world information. Humanly impossible to process that and then execute it. But AI can do that. AI can do that. Whenever you say OpenAI or ChatGPT, is nothing but entire world brain available for you to leverage. And think about that. Now you're fighting with the entire world talent with your talent. Human cannot win. And that is the, I would say, promise OpenAI making, that in coming 5 to 6 months, these agents will have a much more knowledge and more adaptive, more what you call scientific way they will make decisions. So we'll create a Lex chatbot. Now, once I do that, the question remains is, how do I make it available to public like you and me? So let's say I develop it. But when I develop, let's say a person is in Russia or person is in India, how they can access? In order for me to make this interesting, we call IVR or IVA available, I have to think about some kind of web. Do you guys agree or not? Because I need to put something in a web. How do I make this bot available to web? So if I put on a web, then anybody from anywhere can access. So in order for us to do that, there is a technology which we're going to leverage that's called CloudFront. So we're going to use technology called cloud. Cloud means nothing but cloud, right? We'll use a technology called CloudFront. CloudFront technology comes from AWS, which we'll go through that. So we'll understand. It's not a complex. It will take hardly 5-10 minutes to understand what CloudFront does. They take your program and instantly make available to entire world, because they have a special network. So think about Netflix. Netflix have a movie. They put the movie and then they push that movie to entire world. Person who is watching the movie in India or person is watching movie in US, they won't see latency. Why? Because Netflix pushed their movie all over the world with their network. And that network we call CloudFront. In easy language, it is also called CDN. In case if you know this word, CDN is called Content Delivery Network. Speak with me. Content Delivery Network. Don't be scared with this word. This is going to be a new dictionary for you. Please understand. I know sometimes, oh my God, I'm confused. I never heard about it. You now know. This is going to be our new world. Everything will be CDN. Why? As soon as you develop, within a minute, it will be available to entire world if you use CDN. If you don't use CDN, it will be available to local places. You may say, but I develop website. That website is available to entire world. Yeah, you are right. but then Australia people have to come all the way to USA. Latency will be very high and it is not meaningful. CDN will make it available to Australian people from Sydney. People from China, they get it from Beijing. If you are India, they get it from Mumbai. So they will get a faster response if they use CDN. So we'll use CDN. Why? It's a content delivery network where our bot instantly will be available to entire world. Again, don't be scared. It's simple, easy exercise. No coding required. This exercise we are doing has no coding required. So far, so good. Now, when you do CloudFront, the problem is CloudFront does not have a way to push your bot. So CloudFront use intermediate network, which is storage. So what you need to do, you will be using a storage called S3. So we'll be using a storage called S3. S3 stands for Simple Storage Service. Simple storage service. So what we need to do, we need to take this lags. Please pay attention. The lags code will put it into kind of S3 form. We can also develop our website content in S3. So we can have our website content. So whatever website content we are doing, that will be available in S3. So far, so good. Now, problems still remain. We are making our bot or our IVR or IVA very interesting, right? So IVR and IVA very interesting. Now, we are not talking about simple exercise today. We are going to take a little bit advanced. So for that, we need a structure. So example, if you are calling to doctor office, you dial number. But so far, chat doesn't have a number. Do you agree? So far, we are typing, but there is no number. So I need a phone system. Now, thinking about phone system, getting phone, installing phone, connecting phone with hundreds of people, it's very difficult. Solution is there. So what we are going to do here is another service, which is interesting service. I hope you will like it. This is called AWS Connect. AWS Connect. That will create call center right away. Call center. It means doctor office. Within a minute you can create. If you want airport system, you can create. So you can create like call center, advisory systems, anywhere you want phone system. Now you are saying, hey Lex, you are able to talk chat. What if I give you Connect? So you have phone. You can have phone. So you can talk to phone. And when you talk to phone, it will automatically translate to the text, which is using NLP, natural language processing. As you talk, it will translate. And when it translate, then it will use intent. Remember we talk about intent? Like example, I want to book flight. I say, I want to book flight. I'm going to speak. And there will be automatically translation will happen. And it will select intent. Oh, and intent through, it will make a decision. And those decisions, we will be processing part. So we'll talk about it. So here you need a phone, but phone doesn't work just like that. We need to give a menu, right? So we need to do menu. So we'll create a menu in Connect. 1 for this, 2 for this, 3 for this. What is that 1? 1 is nothing but intent 1. 2 is nothing but intent 2. 3 is nothing but intent 3. Sounds familiar? Example, if I go to Expedia, 1 for flight booking, 2 for hotel booking, 3 for car booking. Make sense or no? These are intent. So in order for us to create a voice recognition, we need to have phone system. And the phone system, we need to have some kind of way user can either punch in or user can talk. We can also see user. So this Connect allows you also camera sharing. So you can share camera, right? You can talk. You can create like text, or you can talk to them, text it. There are tons of things. So Connect allows audio and video channel. Make sense? Audio and video channel. So we'll use Connect. So we use Connect, we use S3, and all together at the end of the day, we'll put together a package, and that package will go to CloudFront. And that package CloudFront, once we have that working, then individual like you and me can, like example, if I want to access, I access CloudFront. Through CloudFront, magic will work. Now, this complex exercise, if I do it without training, which I'm not giving training, it will take approximately 3-4 weeks if you're smart. If you're not smart, it's going to take months. You're going to do in 2 hours. Are you understanding? This is normally 20-30 people take 3-4 months. We're going to do 2 hours. And many of you have zero knowledge. We can still do it. What I'm trying to say that technology is empowering us. Do you guys agree or not? Just simple technology, which we are using all AWS services, which can empower us to do a lot more accomplishment in few hours. It takes few hours because I'm explaining. If I'm not explaining, it will take 30 minutes. Ask yourself question. I can create complete call center for AT&T. I can create complete call center for State Farm. Do you have an accident? Call this number. If you need this, I can create complete call center for Bank of America in 30-40 minutes. Do you think people will pay someone for months of effort? Answer will be no. This is right now we are doing manually. All those exercises we are doing manually. In coming class, we'll start introducing agent. Means it will be done through program. But when we do through program, I have a request for you. You do need a Python, a little bit Python knowledge and some software. If you do not have a knowledge Python, don't cry. I will give you a code and it will work. You can still experience that. If you have a little bit programming knowledge or if you try to run, it will be fun, but majority heavy lifting will be done by me. So today we are required zero code. The only thing you require is one phone and AWS account. Give me thumbs up if you are ready with the phone and AWS account, right? If you do not have a phone, then you will not be able to call. But if you have a phone, things should work, right? Okay. So right now, first, I'll go back to our forum. I hope everyone has access to the forum. If you want to follow along, I'll play some videos, so at least you can have visual concept. But we'll go through the forum and we'll go through step by step. So let's jump into our PowerPoint in a forum week 4. You can see that link and open that. So this way you can follow along and it will be fun. I'm going to put a link in a chat. Those who have access to the forum, you should not have any problem. Those who are not new, you may not be able to access it, no problem. Today, actually, whatever we are doing, it's a sellable exercise, it's a very productive exercise. So please, follow along. Do not miss the class. I always tell people, I don't know what you are missing because these are next 6-7 weeks, whatever we are studying, right? It will build a career out of it. But if you miss the class, you will have knowledge gap, right? And just randomly attending class, randomly doing this class, you're not building career. In order to build a career, discipline required, hard work required, and forward thinking required. I personally teach this class. The reason I'm doing this thing, because I know this is the future in next 6 months, not even 6 years, 6 months. I know that. Why? Because I'm working the similar technology at my work and I am seeing how many jobs will be eliminated. I'm seeing right now. Why? Because we can forecast it, something based on the tools and technology. And it's very interesting that everyone should know, especially if you're in IT, you all should know this thing. And that's what we are covering. So please don't miss the class and let's jump in. I'm going to scroll down. We'll go to part 2. Last week we did if you remember, we have done Lex BAT, right? We did 3 things. If you remember, we did intent, sounds familiar? We did utterance and we did slot. And we were talking prompt and we were able to get the result. We'll do some repetitions. So it's not like end of the world. Last week we did Bedrock, in case if you remember, right? Bedrock was giving knowledge base. So we did that. Now we are in part 2. So scroll down and you will be here. I hope you guys are doing some homework. If you're not, please do that and we are here. If you're here, give me a thumbs up. Part 2, deploy AWS LuxBot to AWS Connect using CloudFront. Give me a thumbs up if you are here. Right? Irina? Class starts at 6:30. I encourage you to come on early so that way you are all jumping on time. Okay. So right now, let's go through that. Remember the terminology, because in interview, people will ask you, have you worked in IVR? Have you worked in IBHE? You are. Today, you can see that these are words, but actually behind the scene technology is Lex and Connect. So interactive voice response, and IVA stands for intelligent virtual assistant, or you can say agent, right? This one is old school automation, which is nothing but phone menu, right? Many of us we use, and this is a smart AI that not only understand, but they have power of language, natural language. So in case if you are using ChatGPT, if you have application installed on your machine, right, you can talk to that ChatGPT application and it will give you answer. Now you can talk to your car, you can talk to house like Alexa and all your smart doors, smart appliances, everything will be smart in coming days. Even your clothes will be smart. Like example, you can say, I need linings, and it will happen. Trust me, I'm not crazy guy. You will say, I need a black color, I want a red color, I want a yellow color. It will happen because now everyone is going to use this type of technology. Even wearable devices will have a smartness based on the IVA type of thing. Moving along. There are some informations what is IVR and IVA, but please understand IVR is all about menu. Like you get one for this, two for this. This one is all about intelligent because intelligent come from LLM, which is nothing but large language model. Large language model has a beautiful part which we talked about last week and we're going to cover as we go further. There is an infinite capability because this is like whole world intelligent. Now it's our use case, how we want to solve the problem. So as we go further, you will see that as well. Now, as we go further, connect. Now, a little bit theory about connect. So if you understand, think about that you have 10 people in your office. Please pay attention so you will understand. Let's assume there are 10 people in your office, approximation. Again, I'm trying to make it 10 people. Now you're getting, let's say per hour, maybe 70, 80 calls. Example, it can be State Farm, example, it can be Expedia, or it can be Bank of America. Right? These people are there. Now, when they're receiving the call, should this call go to any person or there should be a logic behind it? What do you guys think? Logic. So like example, I have 10 instructor, same apply, right? 10 instructor and students say, I want a training. Should that request goes to any instructor or there should be a filtering should happen? Filtering should happen. Do you agree? Common sense. So in industry, there's a fancy word for that. That's called routing profile. Routing profile. So routing profile is nothing but it's kind of combination of three things. First, the human group. They have some skill sets, right? They have skill sets. So you use their skill set first. And then you define, like example, someone is calling Bank of America and they are saying, I need a business card. There is a special group. I need a mortgage. Special group. I want an account. Special group. Yes or no? So based on their skill sets, you create a group. Okay, got it. First part is clear. The second thing, what kind of support they're going to provide? Voice, chat, or task. So some people can type only. Some people can talk only. Some people can do both. So that's called channel. How they're going to support to the customer. Third, when they are doing that, you create a queue. You create a queue based on what kind of messages you are receiving. Like example, because you are busy with one customer, at that time, other customer has to wait in a queue. Why? And that queue, there are a bunch of people are listening. So if one person is out, other person will pick up the call and then start working. So this model allows scalability. Because when you call, like example, you call ITEXPS, we also have a similar system. Though we are not using such advanced system yet, but in coming days, we are going to rewrite and some of you can do project for me. I want to get rid of my system, though it is advanced, but I want to get rid of that and I want to use AWS Connect. Why? Because it's a fractional of cost. The cost which I'm paying for our office, we have hardly 10, 15 people. We are paying almost $100, $200. This one will cost you hardly $30 a month. Good thing or bad thing? And second thing is more advanced because I can do programming. My system, I can do programming limited because it's called configuration, not a programming. Here, I can do almost anything. And that's why it's very important that routing profile is depend on the person availability, like how these groups are available, that schedule, like what time they're available, right? Their skill sets, their expertise, right? And that the channel they can support. And based on that, you kind of assign the routing profile you assign to the queue. So one person can listen to multiple queue, or one queue can have many groups, right? So this way you can scale. Like example, some of company, they have called follow the sun. Follow the sun means some people are in USA, some may be in India, some may be in England. So you can say that, if you get a call Monday to Friday, this time frame, call will be routed to here. If they are busy, if queue has a 10, then routed to another thing. If call comes on this time frame, it should go to Mexico. If call comes to this time, then it's going to go to Taiwan. So it depends on you can adjust that all. That's called routing profile. And that all can be done in Connect. Make sense? Though you don't have to learn Connect, entire Connect, but just to give you idea, Connect is not complex. It takes a couple of hours to understand, and it is one of the required skill for IVR and IVA. So I'm just touching the surface. So far, so good. Any question? Right? So if I go down, I have a small video just to give you more information about that. So I'll cover that part in a few minutes. Now S3. What is S3? It's a storage. Our goal is to start with the reverse. We'll start with the basic, because in order for us to do this complex exercise, this part itself is exercise, because we have to write our code, we have to put together, we have to deploy it, because some of you are kind of brand new. It takes a few minutes to go through that, maybe 10, 15 minutes. When that is successful, we will celebrate our success that part A is done. Part A is done, right? And that's a part A. When that is done, then we'll try to connect CloudFront to the S3. That's a part B is done. So far, so good? Say yes. Then we'll create a LAX. That's a part C is done. Then we'll connect LAX to Connect, which is part D is done. And then we connect D to CloudFront, part E is done. And then everything connect, then entire project is complete. Right? This took me 27 plus hours just to give an idea. And I have done a lot of almost 6-7 times making sure it works. But again, disclaimer is always there. These technologies are evolving so fast. So whatever I have done like 2-3 days back, it is possible completely change, because AWS is evolving so fast now. It's those days are gone that product change happen after 6 months. Here, product change happen in 6 hours, because they are also evolving, because new tools, new technology, new concept. So they are continuously, updating. But hopefully it will work. Sounds good. So first, I want to play a small video for S3, so you can all understand what is S3. Because S3 is a simple storage, but video already have informations, account ID, your IAM user, and password. You can use it. But those who forgot, right? Or those are first time, oh my God, I don't have an account. You may want to create a free account, AWS free account. That will take maybe a few minutes. Make sure you add credit card, and then you will activate your account. But I will show you those who do not have do not remember the account ID, right? So I'll log in just for those people. If you already know, no need to worry. I'm going to log in with the console ID with the root account. So I'll show you the step by step how you can log in. Just want to make sure, we can completely successfully complete this exercise. So this is, I'm logging as a root right now. Please understand the reason I'm logging as a root to show you how IAM user can log in. I have MFA set up, so just give me. Okay. So those who have a root account, right? You can log in with a root account. Don't cry. But now onwards, understand how process works. Those who have root account, you log in with the root account. Then you go to IAM. If you cannot see IAM here, you can type IAM here, IAM, Identity Access Management. Last week we talked about Identity Access Management, where you create user and give permissions, because everything is going through permission based. So you IAM and you click on it. And once you go there, you have options for users. So you can click on users. You can click on users. And when you click on users, you will see there are a bunch of users, And if you remember, we have created user. I created Lex user, I believe. Yeah, I have a Lex user. So you can see I have Lex user, and Lex user has almost all permissions. So I can click on the Lex user. I can click on Lex user. And when I click on Lex user, if I go to credential, I click on Lex user, and if I go to credentials, I can see the link to login. So you can copy this link. You will have number. I have ITEXPS, but you will have a number. You can copy this link and then open a new browser, which is the IE browser. So normally, if I want to be admin, I can be in Google Chrome. And if I go to Edge browser, or I can start incognito, and I paste that URL. And when I paste that URL, I'm now logging as a IAM user. And when I log in as IAM user, you can see that it is maintaining my account ID, and I just need to enter my Lex user and hope my password is right, and I'm able to log in. So give me thumbs up if you're able to log in with your IAM user. Remember, not a root user, IAM user, and make sure you are in a West Virginia, because everything we are going to do in West Virginia. Good. People on phone, stop me anytime and ask questions if you have. I'm hoping you are all able to do, because last week we did fantastic job and many of you did successful exercise. Those who missed the class, I'm hoping you are watching recording. Remember, this is gold. I'll be honest with you. After 6 months, when you come back, you will be surprised how this technology will be evolved. Anything you learn first time or when no one knows about it, there's a high demand. After 6 months, more people will know about it. Okay. Good. Can I count? People on phone, I saw a couple of people give a thumbs up. I'm hoping you guys are doing great. David, so far you're with us. Kenny is here. Awesome. David, so far so good?
Yes, I'm following well.
Good, good. Yeah. Brian, so far so good, Brian? Alex? Good. Awesome. Okay, I think we are good so far. Nice. Now we're going to start, okay? Our picture has to be clear in our mind. We are starting part A. We're going to create S3. We'll create a simple web page, hello world type of thing, web page. We'll put it here and then we'll test it out. May take 10-15 minutes. I highly request you, when I'm explaining, never do multitasking. Always focus on the screen, no matter how smart you are. One single mistake, entire lab you have to redo. And that's why it took me 27 hours. Though I'm not like a beginner, but problem is this exercise requires approximately 100 to 200 steps, right? So no matter who you are, if you don't pay attention, you'll be watching, you will not be able to do lab. So my humble request is every step, watch it. Don't do multitasking. This is not a simple exercise, okay? So now we are logged in as an IAM user. We're logged in as an IAM user. You can see my username is here, right? And you can see my Virginia region is here, okay? Now please search S3. Search S3. So when you search S3, please always see on the screen. When you search S3, you will see the S3 here, then you click on it, right? So when you click on it, it will take you to the new console. It will give you a new dashboard for S3. It's not bad. It's very simple, straightforward. So if you click on that, it will take you to the new dashboard where we will create a bucket. If you remember last week, we also created bucket, right? We added our knowledge based data, if you remember. So I think you guys are expert. Okay. So now click on create bucket. If you are here, click on create bucket. Okay. Everything we'll use proper naming convention. The reason we are using naming convention, so it's easy for us to connect the dots. I will be honest, sometimes, there are so many steps we try to perform. Sometimes when you try to go back after 15-20 steps, you will forget what did you do on the first step, right? So having a good naming convention will be a plus point. So normally what I do is I kind of cut and paste certain information and put it in my notepad so I can refer back, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so let's click on create bucket. Now last week we talked about we all cannot have same name. right? So if you try to do bucket with the same name, it won't work because bucket name is globally unique. So right now, I will be using my name and then I'll use a bucket. You use your name and you're going to do bucket. So right now, I'll start with Tom, and because I'm using what do you call IVR, IVA, so I'll say Tom, IVR. You will use your name, right? I'm using my name, Tom, IVR. You will use your name and IVR, and then I'll say IVR test, right? That's good enough. Should not be a problem. So I'm going to copy this thing because for future reference, because I easily forget. Okay, what did I do? So this is my bucket name, hoping that will be fine. So please understand, you are going to change the first three letters as your name, maybe Mike, maybe Kenny, maybe Alex, maybe Dana, like that. IVR test, very simple, easy, right? Now, please understand, this is a very important topic. So this bucket is not going to cost you more. So you should keep it when you are doing practice. Bucket will normally don't cost that much, so you don't have to destroy that, because if you destroy, you have to do whole exercise again. It's very difficult, right? So you create bucket. If you scroll down, there's a first thing, we are making bucket public because we are going to create a website and we don't want to have our secret here. So we're going to uncheck that and we'll click on this one as well. So we uncheck it, make sure you always see on the screen, and then we check it. What we are saying that this bucket, we are not going to have sensitive data. Bucket will have only details available, right? Make sure you always see on the screen. So far, so good. Now, if you scroll down, there is a versioning. We'll enable the version because it will help us to know what content we are changing. It's always a good idea to enable, right? Now, there is nothing special, so I'm going to say create bucket. Create bucket, and if I'm lucky, bucket is created. I'm lucky today. In case if your bucket name is taken, it will error out. In that case, you just add 1, 2, 3, something like that, so you can remember. In case, let's say if I get an error, bucket is already exists, I would add 1, 2, 3, ABC, XYZ, something like that, and make bucket unique. Give me thumbs up if you are able to create a bucket. Pretty good, right? Good. Awesome. Now you guys are doing great. So now let's search the bucket. So I'm going to do Tom because I know I can search bucket. So I do Tom. Oh, there are so many Tom. So I'll say IVR. Okay, here you go. So I have my bucket. Now I'm going to click on the bucket. I search the bucket and I'm going to click on the bucket which I just created. You can see the date, right? Now I go to bucket and I'm going to make bucket as a web hosting. Web hosting. What does that mean? Means I'm going to make this bucket that this bucket is going to host website. So those who know like web server or web technology like google.com, facebook.com, those are website. Normally website require web server. S3 has a capability. S3 has a capability to host website. Beautiful capacity. So we are going to make that property that this S3 bucket is not a simple bucket. It is a kind of web server. How to do so? Let me walk you through. So let's click on permissions. Sorry, my mistake. Click on properties. Remember, more you pay attention, more you will learn. Click on properties, right? Click on properties. When you click on properties, it will give me a lot of options. We don't have to do anything. We just scroll down all the way down, all the way down, all the way down. And there is an option called static web hosting. Static web hosting. Please understand, this is one of the most important factor we are using because we are going to add our website here, and that website has to be static hosting. So we are coming here and we are going to say edit. Please understand, we are in a bucket property. We drag all the way down and now we are doing edit. So far, so good. People on phone, I'm hoping you are following, right? Please understand, I cannot go too slow where we cannot do exercise, and I'm not going to go too fast where none of you can do exercise. We reasonably move around. Again, we are not writing a single line of code. We are just clicking here and there. Please pay attention, and I'm hoping you will be able to do that. Okay. Now click on edit. So when you click on edit, it's going to ask you question, do you want to enable? Answer is yes, I want to enable. So you're going to enable the web hosting. The first thing you enable. Good so far? Now, when you enable, it will ask which one will be your default file. So I'm going to write default file is index.html. That's my default file. Index.html. That's my default file. Index.html is my default file. Please understand, every website should have a default file. Most of the websites use index.html. It means if you write google.com, you don't have to write page name or file name. It will automatically pick up the default file. Index.html is default file, automatically picks up. So when you write google.com, facebook.com, twitter.com, bankofamerica.com, it picks up index.html. So it's kind of standard. Good. Now just save it. Save the changes. Though we don't have a file, we are just configuring that. So we save it. So when you save it, one thing I want you to notice, it is if you scroll down all the way, you will have a URL. If you go all the way down, you will have a URL. So you can see this is your domain. It creates a website domain, just like in a real life google.com. This is our domain. It creates a domain based on the bucket name. So we're going to copy this thing as a backup because we need this information later. So I'm going to click on and I'm going to add in my notepad. Please understand all those things I'm doing as a piggy bank because later on it's going to help. Because if you do minor mistakes, connections will not establish. And trust me, I go crazy. I'm kind of stubborn in certain areas, stubborn in the sense of if it doesn't work, I don't eat, I don't sleep. That's my style. So it's very important that you don't make mistake. Because my problem is if I make mistake, I can't even go home and sleep. Until I resolve this thing, I can't do anything. So I'm locked. And this helped me a lot when I'm taking a backup. Because one exercise I made a mistake. I made a typo. And it took me almost like 6-7 hours to figure it out. I made a 1 character typo. Lesson learned, don't type, copy paste. So far so good. Yeah. So now bucket is created, bucket is configured as a web hosting. So now let's go back to the bucket again one more time. So we're going to back to buckets. So we'll go to buckets one more time. And when you click on bucket, let's search again. Bucket, Tom, IBR, and then we'll click on one more time. So we are here. At this moment, can I count everyone is here? So what we did, we are not done yet. We are partially done. So we created a bucket. Now we want to add bucket some web content. So in order to add a web content in the bucket, what I'm going to do, I think I have, if you are already on my website, you are in our forum, right? If you scroll down, I have added one Word document for you. So if you scroll down, there is a Word document, this one.
Excuse me, Pam. Sorry
Yes.
to interrupt. Yeah, did we change any permission?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So I hope you are paying attention. Okay. I will not be able to go back. We have not done. We have just made a static web hosting, right? Do you guys see this document attached here? If you scroll down a little bit, where we were here before, right? We were watching these videos and all, right? And then if you scroll down a little bit, scroll down a little bit, you will see here this document before LexBot Lambda, there's a document. You click on the document, it will download for you. Okay. So far, so good. Ready? I'm going to avoid some typing because I know some of your it's a new. So let's open the Word document. Open the Word document. So in this Word document, you can see there are a lot of steps are there. But humanly impossible to write all steps because it's going to take 50 pages. So I kind of cut the short, but right now we are doing one step in that, which is this one we are trying to do, right? In order for us to do, there are certain things are there. Scroll down, I'll show you. We'll come back to other item, but scroll down. So I'll show you where we should be. Yeah. So yeah, you will see yellow color like this, yellow color. You're able to see this yellow color, right? This thing, are you guys able to see? Right. You can see from HTML to HTML, right? If you can give me thumbs up a little bit. So people on phone, yellow color, I think it's visible, right? Right. So if you see this thing, your goal here is to remove this yellow color first. I'm going to highlight and remove this yellow color. It's not deleting. Maybe I open in read-only mode. Did I not enable? 1 second. That's fine. So what I'm going to do, I copy this portion. Now open a notepad. Open a notepad and paste that thing and remove your yellow portion. I'm going to remove yellow portion, which is the script part, like this. So you can see how simple it is. I'm going to paste it also in a chat. So there is no doubt about it. You guys are my favorite students, so I can give you all benefits here. But you can see here, I'm going to H1, I forgot. So I'm going to add H1 here. Got it? I added here and I'm going to put it in chat also. So in case if you do not know how to copy paste, you can also get it from chat. Good. Very simple, tiny website. Yes or no? Right? In
Sir,
case if you,
I have a MacBook. The document's not opening, so you paste. I can just take it from here when you're pasting it in the chat.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So please understand, this is not a like fancy, this is simple HTML page. In case if you know what it is, this is giving a decoration that this is the HTML page. Here, normally you write like, before page display, what you want to do. And this is the body where you actually make page interesting, means interactive, colorful and all. Though this is not a website class, so I'm not going to go in detail, but those who know website, you can write table, you can write color, image, font, music and all. For time being, this is ITEXPS new. In case if you want to change like ITEXPS and I want to say Tom new, I want to have my name. So at least every angle, I know this is my new code. Make sense? Again, if you are very, intelligent about website, you can always change later, but time being, it's good enough. Now let's save it. File, save as, file, save as, file, save as. Listen carefully. Save as. You first select all star. Make sure you select all star here. That means it allows me to have HTML extension. If you're not doing all star, file save as. If you're not doing file save as, you will not get all star. So it's very important. And here we're going to say index.html. And you pick where you are going to store. So please understand, I'm going to store on download. I have selected all star and this is my file name. And you're going to click on save. Easy enough. I hope it's not hard. And please understand, never underestimating your power. You have a wonderful power. Every human can learn this thing. The only problem is we do not focus. Anytime when we learn, right? You can see how nicely I'm drawing it. So if you just focus, you won't have question too many. And you can also follow along. The goal of the exercise is every step, check. You see your screen, my screen, match it, so you won't have any problem. Remember, it's all star. If you don't do all star, extension will be txt, it won't work. Now you can click on save. So when I save it, the file is saved on a local machine under download folder. At this moment, if I go to my download folder, you may see my index.html somewhere visible. You can see right now, index.html is visible. Good. Everyone is good so far? Now, go back to your AWS, which is in our case IE browser, where we have our bucket. That bucket, we are going to add file. So we are going to say, we're going to upload a file. Please understand, we are going to bucket and we are going to upload. So when you upload, what will happen? It will ask you upload and then add file. So first I did upload. Now I'm going to click on add file. So I'm going to click on add file and it will give me dialog box, add files. It's going to give me dialog box. I'm going to select index.html. You see how beautiful it is? It's visible, right? Right there. Double click on it. So when you double click on it, it will be selected. You can see it's selected. And now we're going to say upload. So far, we are uploading index.html we just created. Do you guys agree or not? And when you upload, it will be added. Give me thumbs up if you are able to do so. We are 7% of lab is done. Good. Any questions, concerns, doubt? People on phone, are you guys doing good?
Yep.
Good, awesome. Those who are able to do, give me thumbs up so at least I can move forward, because I want to make sure I know my part very well. Now I want to make sure you also understand. So acknowledgement will really help. Now moving along. Thank you, Manish. I think you got my point, right? Thank you. One thumbs up. It's good enough for me, right? Now, please understand this file, I have it. Now, if I try to click on this file, you can click on it and see what happens. So if you click on it, you will get some kind of this way. So if you see here, you are trying to open that file. So you are going inside, you click on the file, and now you have a URL, right? So I click, see, I was here. Please understand. After I upload the file, I get a link. So I click on the link. So when I click on a link, it opens a new tab, and I got a new link. And if I click on the link, what happens? Check it out. This link, if I click on it, it's a permission denied. Give me thumbs up if you are able to get permission denied. Right? Everyone understand? We upload the index.html. We upload the index.html. But then when I click on this link, right? Remember we just uploaded here in front of you. I uploaded. And then when I click on it, it opened the new tab. And when I open a new tab, I saw the link. And in that link, I click on the link, right? When I upload this thing, I got the link. And when I click on the link, please understand, when I click on link, what happens? So when I click on link, it is permission denied. This is a known problem. So I want you to understand the known problem. Any website which you are accessing should be accessible by everyone, but our website is not accessible. Do you guys understand? The reason, because in a cloud, everything by default, DD, deny by default. Deny by default, it means we need to give a policy. We need to give a policy, right? Policy to make this file accessible. So policy is nothing but simple configuration. In this class, let me repeat, you do not need to memorize every step. You need to understand, because this class I'm recording, I'll put it in a recording also. You can practice a couple of times, but you don't have to memorize it. Just need to know about it. Tomorrow, if you want to do exercise, you know that, hey, I need to do policy, and you should do Googling, ChatGPT, you will find that. So it's not like end of the world, but knowledge is always plus point. And that's why my documentation is given, and you have lifetime access to the documentation. So now policy we need to write to make it public. But how do I do public? Remember, we downloaded Word document. Yes or no? So if you scroll up a little bit, you see policy. This is the policy. I have done a lot of homework for you. Do you see that? This is the policy. And in this policy, if you can carefully see that, if you read in English, it says public, allow, and get object means read. This is our bucket. So we need to change the bucket. That's all you need to do. So I will show you something. It's not a big deal. You highlight and copy this, Control C. I'm going to paste it in the chat in case if you're looking for. And I can use any notepad. So I'm going to use this notepad, my piggy bank. I paste it here. I know this bucket, my name is different. What is my name? My name of bucket is this one, right? If you carefully see, our bucket name is, mine is Tom IVR test. Your bucket name will be different. If you make mistake, it won't work at all. So it's very important that you slowly and steadily, remember, this is, I'm changing with my bucket. That's it. And I'm done. Check. Only you change this one. Only, okay? You're not changing anything. There are 3 columns, just like that. You're not changing. The only thing you're changing, your bucket name. Please don't copy my bucket name. You should be using your bucket name, right? In case if you copy my bucket name, it will work. Why? Because it's a public. It's a public. It should work. But I don't want you to do that, because in your situation, Tom will not be visible. So unnecessary, you will be confused how it works. You should use your bucket name. Am I clear? People on phone? So now you copy this situation, Control C, copy, highlight that, Control C. Irina, are you doing good so far? Some acknowledgement will help, right? Let me know when you are there. Okay. Okay. People on phone, are you guys doing good so far? Copy this thing. Once we copy this, question is where should I add? So there's a specific place where we will give a permissions. But first make sure your bucket name is here, not mine, your bucket name. And now it's copy Control C. After you copy that, I'm going to close this thing because this is unnecessary. So I'm going to close. So I'll go back to here. Now here we are going to go for permissions. So we're going to click on permissions. So I'm in a bucket, right? Now I'm going to give a permissions. So if I click on permissions, if I give a permissions, you can see that already bucket is already have public access. Now you click on edit, click on edit, click on edit. And when you click on edit, you get an edit box. And here we're going to paste the things which we just copied. So let's paste it here. And you can see there's no error. Again, one more time reminder, this is your bucket which we are working right. Remember edit, right? After you edit, you just save it and you're done. Save changes, bucket permissions. So please understand, in case if you are not clear, bucket, in bucket, you click on permissions. When you click on permission, there is a, if you scroll down, there is a button called edit. You click on the edit, you add that things, and then you save it. Then you save it. So you can see here the bucket. I did edit, I save it. After I paste it, right, I save it. Should not be different, right? It will be same. Good, right? Everyone is good? Okay. Now, if you remember last time when we tried to access, we were having error. If you refresh it, now it should show this thing. If you're saying, give me thumbs up. So at least we are done with 10%. Part A, congratulations. You just completed part A. So your web content is ready. People on phone, your web content is ready. Remember, we created an index.html. If you remember in front of you, I created that. It is visible here. This heading is coming because I have used H1 heading. Now, why we are doing this exercise? Just to give you a little bit idea, forward thinking, that this is the web page. When we do our bot, our IVR, that bot will come as here, as a chat. And we will add that chat as a widget. We'll add as a widget. So what that means? It means in our index.html, we will add a code. That code will create a widget. And if anybody click here, that will allow me to do chat or call. That code generation will take approximately 2 hours. So bear with me. But if you are able to do this part, based on our rudimentary drawing, part A is successfully complete. People on phone, I hope you're good so far. Right? Remember, there's one thing I want is the confirmations. Hey, done. Good. Remember, class started at 6:30. I want to make sure class ended at 9:30. But we want to make sure we continuously give thumbs up so we can move forward. Now, we are switching gear. What we are going to do, we are going to do CloudFront. But before we do CloudFront, let's have a quick video. What is CloudFront? Why CloudFront is important. So I'll go back to our forum. Right? There are many videos you will see in the world, right? I can tell you this structure video you will not see. So if you pay attention this way, not only you enjoy, but you will learn more. I'll go a little bit up. So there is a video I have to edit CloudFront. So this is the CloudFront. What is CloudFront is going to do? So this S3 which we have, CloudFront will connect that. CloudFront right now is only located in Virginia. What we are saying, hey, take this data and push it all over the world using CloudFront. It's called CDN. So the file which I added right now, it's available in Virginia. So if person is in China or Germany or Australia, they have to access from their country to all the way to Virginia. It's going to slow down. What we are saying is don't call me. We'll push our file all the way to your edge location. edge location means the closest to your country. And that is done, miracle is done by CloudFront. So CloudFront is nothing but it is wrapping your content and make it available or accessible to the local community based on the geographic location. So how does it work? There is a small video